All right, guys, it's another one, so let's start the countdown.
10, 9, ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We going.
Blast off. It's your host, as always, Steve Shears, with another episode of Bend, Don't Break. So, guys, we made it to week 10, which means there's only 3 more weeks left in the season. So, as always, let's jump into our first matchup, who I found to actually be an interesting one. Let's do it. For our first matchup, we have Peekaboo versus Goes to Sparta. Final score, 186 to 133, giving Peekaboo the win by 53 points. Let's break down Peekaboo's top 3 players this week. First up, we have Antonio Brown, who had 37 fantasy points from 10 catches, 139 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Big play was a 56-yard touchdown, ending it with a flip into the end zone and sticking the landing. Second, we have Mike Evans, who had 21 fantasy points from 8 catches, 126 yards. Last, we have Rashad Jones, who had 20 fantasy points from 9 tackles, 1 sack, and 1 INT. And here is Peekaboo's top 3 players this week.
I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was.
Oh, congratulations, Peekaboo. 3 straight wins in a row. You're definitely on a roll. Unfortunately for Ghost of Sparta, he just lacked that spark to get things going. But you definitely were fully charged on that one. When you got Antonio Brown, there's not much you can't do, especially with Ben coming back into the game. Definitely gave you some success with that one. So congratulations. You're moving on and moving up. And for our next matchup, we have Jack and Daxter's Eco Legends versus Polygon Man. Final score, 131 to 144, giving Polygon Man the win by 13 points. So let's break Poly's top 3 players this week, see how he pulled it off. First up, we have Matt Jones, who had 27 fantasy points from 11 carries for 56 yards, also having 3 catches for 131 yards. Big play was a 78-yard touchdown from a screen pass, weaving through traffic into the end zone. Second, we have Odell Beckham Jr., who had 20 fantasy points from 4 catches for 104 yards and 1 touchdown. Last, we have Levante David, who had 17 fantasy points from 12 tackles and 1 sack. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Polygon Man's top 3 players this week. Jack and Daxter, buddy, unfortunately, you are down to your 3rd straight loss. Definitely hit that halfway mark. You started going downhill. Congratulations to Polly. You're definitely on a roll, buddy. A good pickup with Matt Jones. Definitely a game changer with that one. Unfortunately for you, Jack and Daxter, my man, AD, AP, however you want to call him, Adrian Peterson, and Eli Manning was not enough to get you the win. So unfortunately, you lose again, buddy. You got a tough matchup next week. Hopefully you can pull off a win. But best of luck with that, Polly. Congratulations. And for this matchup, we have Lincoln to win it versus Neocortex. Final score, 149 to 140, giving Link the win by 9 points. Let's break down Link's top 3 players this week. First up, we have LaShawn McCoy, who had 20 fantasy points from 19 carries and 112 yards. Next, we have Eric Decker, who had 20 fantasy points from 6 catches and 85 yards and 1 touchdown. Last, we have Greg Olson, who had 16 fantasy points from 8 catches and 80 yards. And here is Lincoln's top 3 players this week. All right, Lincoln, congratulations, buddy. You got your 3rd win of the season. Definitely good one. Neo, not much I could say, buddy. You lost, but you didn't really lose too bad. Fortunately, losing your star running back and then also having a couple buys did bring you down a bit, but I don't think enough to get you the win. So congratulations to Link. Neo, don't consider this a big loss. It is a loss, but you got 3 more weeks and you definitely could make it the playoffs. And, that's it. For this matchup, we have Jiggly Slut versus Donkey Kong D's Nuts. Final score, 205 to 124, giving Jiggly Slut the win by 81 points. Let's break down Jig's top 3 players this week. First up, we have Rob Gronkowski, who contributed 22 fantasy points, 5 catches, 113 yards, and 1 touchdown. Second, we have Carson Palmer, who had 21 fantasy points from throwing for 363 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 INT, and 2 fumbles. Last, we have Lamar Miller, who had 21 fantasy points from 16 carries for 43 yards, and also having 6 catches for 50 yards and 1 touchdown. And here is Jiggly Slut's top 3 players this week. All right, congratulations, Jigs. Another victory for you, over 200 again. Okay, buddy, we get it. You're good. Thanks. But congratulations, you go home again with another victory. Definitely on the top with Smash, can't much say else about it. Fortunately for DK, you ain't got much firepower left, buddy. If you can, keep clawing your way up just to make it to the playoffs. We got 3 more weeks left. Good job to Jigs. You definitely are a competitor for everybody to fear. So congratulations. This big matchup comes down to a brother rivalry. This is the first and only time they will face each other. Conkers, who's coming off a great win last week, and Red Zone, who has been unable to achieve a win in 9 weeks, who will come out the victor. So for this big matchup, let's jump into the team breakdown. First up, we have Conkers, whose quarterback was able to put up 15 fantasy points, running backs 55, wide receivers 23, tight ends 18, defense and special teams 34. Next, red zone weapon. His team's quarterback was able to put up 17 points, running backs 22, wide receivers 31, tight end 8, defense and special teams 69. And the winner of this big matchup is red zone weapon. The final score for this big matchup was 145 to 148, giving red zone his first win by 3 points. So let's jump into red zone's top 3 players this week. First up, we have Bills defense and special teams, who had 21 fantasy points from only allowing their opponents to score 17 points, having 2 interceptions, 2 fumble recoveries, 1 touchdown, and 1 sack. Next up, we have Tom Brady, who had 17 fantasy points, throwing for 334 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, and 1 fumble. Last, we have Allen Hurns, who had 17 fantasy points from 5 catches, going for 63 yards and 1 touchdown. And here is Red Zone Weapons' top 3 players this week. That's what I'm talking about. Great win. Great win, Red Zone. I knew you could pull it off, buddy. Came down to two brothers head to head. Definitely what I wanted to see in a matchup. Really close game, 3-point difference. When it came down to it, surprisingly, Brady's second game not going over 20 points. And Red Zone still came with the W. Conquers, there's going to be some awkward dinner conversation at family, meals and things like that. But congratulations, Red Zone. You got your first win of the season. I like to see that. If you can't go to the playoffs, make sure damn well no one else goes. So congratulations on your first win. Hopefully you can take 3 more with you and take 3 more people down a little bit. Conquerors, you love them TDs. Probably this one, if you had loved the W's a little bit more, you would have got one. But like I said, 3 more weeks. Best of luck, guys. So we're done with week 10. We got 11, 12, 13 left. So definitely this is time to start making them trades. Dig up in that waiver wire, see what you guys can get. Because it is almost playoff time. So you better stock up and get ready. So I just want to say thanks to all you guys again for watching the show. Definitely love doing it. The next week matchups, we got a couple good ones. We got 3 teams stepping into next week with a 7-3 record. 2 of them are facing each other. See if that changes up. That's pretty much it. Really, all I'm excited about. So see if anybody changes with that. So as always, remember, we bend, we don't break. Take it easy.